Peace, everybody, and welcome back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. I want to bring a couple of quick stories here for you. One from our favorite shoeshine boy, Anton Daniels, and another from a guy called D.O.D. But before we get into D.O.D. and we get into this lunacy that both of these people have, I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel. I want to thank everybody that also shares my channel out. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you. First story comes from our favorite shoeshine boy, Anton Daniels. Now, Anton Daniels is a big Trump supporter. He's talking about Trump's Liberation Day. Hey, what's going on, Positive Vibes? Good to see you, sister. Anton Daniels is talking about Trump's Liberation Day, and he's talking about the tariffs. And I guess Anton Daniels is trying to explain what President Trump or Donald Trump is doing with his tariffs. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead on and get into this. Before I do, thanks for coming through, Positive Vibes. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go.
Trump's Liberation Day tariffs. So yesterday, Trump announced that tariffs, he announced the long-awaited tariffs, the worldwide tariffs that he had across multiple different countries, basically against the world. But it wasn't what we thought it was. We thought that it was going to be a blanket tariff against all countries. It wasn't. It shows you that they have been doing research and that they had been basically, going through and finding out exactly what countries is doing what they did, specific calculations, and they broke it all the way down. And he did a press.
So you hear what this moron just said. This moron, Anton Daniels, said that the Trump administration did their research and that it wasn't a blanket tariff, but it was pretty much aimed at certain countries, and those countries would be getting tariffed at whatever the amount Donald Trump made up in his mind that they should receive. So I'm going to play it one more time so you guys can make sure that you hear what he said.
Tariffs. So yesterday, Trump announced that tariffs, he announced the long-awaited tariffs, the worldwide tariffs that he had across multiple different countries, basically against the world. But it wasn't what we thought it was. We thought that it was going to be a blanket tariff against all countries. It wasn't. It shows you that they have been doing research and that they had been basically, going through and finding out exactly what countries is doing what they did, specific calculations, and they broke it all the way down. And he did a press.
So again, this moron said that the Trump administration did their research. They went by country to country to break down what the tariff should be for those countries. That's what that moron Anton Daniels just said. So the next story here I'm going to show you guys here is going to debunk what Anton Daniels just said. And Positive Vibes, my sister, you are pretty good. You are pretty good. I enjoy sisters like you, Positive Vibes. Now here's the next story I want to share with you guys. This is Rachel Maddow, and Rachel Maddow wants to explain something to you about Donald Trump's tariffs and who they are tariffing, if that's a word.
So are you tired of all the winning yet? Are you enjoying all of the greatness? May I introduce you to Tokelau? Tokelau is 3 teeny tiny islands in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. That's our best approximation on our mapping software here at MSNBC HQ. Tokelau, again, it's 3 islands. It's in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. About 1,500 people live there. One of the 3 islands that makes up Tokelau is apparently known for its famous swimming pigs. As for its economy, Tokelau kind of doesn't register on any international scale of economic measures because Tokelau doesn't really have much of an economy. It's basically subsistence, agriculture, and fishing. and, enjoying the swimming pigs. Donald Trump just imposed an across-the-board, no exceptions, 10% tariff on Tokelau. Take that, Tokelau bandits. You will screw over the United States of America no longer. May I also introduce you to the Keeling Islands. Keeling Islands are roughly halfway between Australia and Sri Lanka in the Indian Ocean. Keeling Islands is 27 islands, but 25 of them are uninhabited. Several of those uninhabited islands have a real plastic trash problem, but that is not because anybody lives there, but because plastic trash from other countries makes its way across the Indian Ocean and washes up there. The 2 islands of the Keeling Islands that are inhabited out of the 27 islands there, those 2 inhabited islands have a total population of 593 people. Well, Donald Trump just declared trade war on the Keeling Islands. All 593 Keeling Islanders will now be hit with an American government 10% tariff that will apply to, anything they might ever want to export here to us. Make it here, Keeling Islands, if you're going to make it. May I introduce you to Jan Mayen Island? It is a volcano, a volcanic island mostly covered in glaciers, hundreds of miles from anything else in the Arctic Ocean. Jan Mayen, I think that's how you say it. It does have an airstrip, but nobody lives there. Population 0 humans, many polar bears. That said, rest assured, we, the American people, are now protected from the predatory economic piracy of that uninhabited island. Thanks to our genius strongman ruler who has put the American government to work, Donald Trump has just slapped a 10% tariff on Jan Mayen Island, just in case anyone ever moves up there and tries to screw us over with their Jan Mayen Island underpriced exports and stuff. On the other end of the world, there's Heard, H-E-A-R-D, Heard Island, and also McDonald Island. They're in Antarctica. They are only reachable by boat, and it takes 2 weeks by sea to get there from Australia. Heard and, what's the other one? McDonald Island, sorry. Heard and McDonald Island, I know I don't have to apologize. I'm not offending anybody. They're totally uninhabited, both of them. They're also active volcanoes, so even if you wanted to move there, even the penguins might caution you, right? But they're active volcanoes, one on each island, on both Heard and McDonald Islands. I will say those volcanoes and the penguins and seals who live there, they will never menace the American economy again as they have in the past by flooding us with their cheap exports of what, like fresh air, cool breezes, a waft of eau de penguin? I don't know. What do they send us? The uninhabited Antarctic volcanoes of Heard and McDonald Islands were just slapped by Donald Trump today with a steep 10% tariff. Are you tired of all the winning, America? Can you just feel the practical economic benefits that MAGA leadership is bringing to us at last? Isn't it a relief? Agence France Presse picked up on another one of these as well. This is super genius. Quote, Britain's Falkland Islands, population 3,200 people and around 1 million penguins, got particular punishment from Trump's tariffs today. Quote, the South Atlantic territory was walloped with tariffs of not 10%, but 41% on exports to the United States. 41% tariff on the Falkland Islands because, yeah.
So, Anton Shoeshine Boy Daniels, the clown that he is, said that Donald Trump and the Trump administration did their research. I mean, you can't make this shit up with these reptilians, man. So I guess that just pretty much just knocks Anton Daniels' weak argument right out of the water, saying that Trump targeted certain countries, mainly the world, he said, with tariffs, strategically researched tariffs that he imposed on certain countries. I guess he imposed them on penguins and polar bears as well, right? And active volcano islands. I mean, you really can't make this shit up. Anyway, that's Anton Shoeshine Boy Daniels and his clown show over there that he does on his channel. The next story that I want to get here comes from a clown here that's new to my radar, who came up recently on my radar, is this DeVroy Darkins dude. Now, this dude is a real coon here. I mean, he's one of these MAGA coons here on YouTube, you know, along with the Officer Tatums, the Anton Shoeshine Boy Daniels, the ABLs, you know, those type of people. So now let's get into what this dude is talking about here. Now, this is his channel here. It's called the DeVroy. It's the DeVroy show, DeVroy Darkins show. And we're gonna take a look and see what this dude has to say. But again, I want to thank you all for coming back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank Positive Vibes for coming through as well. Let's get into this story here. Now, what he's talking about here, he's talking about a poll that Charlie Kirk, of all people. Now, once you find out who these polls are coming from or who's posting these polls, should automatically throw up red flags. So this is a post from X, from Charlie Post, and Charlie Post is talking about Donald Trump's new polling since he introduced the tariffs. Anyway, let's get into what this clown had to say.
Out. So I'm not even going to comment on it, really. I just want you to see the clip and to show you mentally what these people are up to today. Now, this takes us to our next story, and that is a new poll that came out today from the Daily Mail that shows that Trump's approval rating has increased to 53%. That is a 4-point increase over last week when it was 49%. Meaning what? That President Trump is more popular now than before he instituted his new tariff policy. And if we...
Now, see, that's a bold-faced lie. Let me tell you something about the poll that he just talked about from the Daily Mail. Now, the Daily Mail is a right-wing newspaper, meaning it leans more towards the Democrats, and and this news organization is not even here in the United States. It's an English newspaper, and they polled for this article here. Let me see if I can blow this up for you guys. For this poll, they polled 1,000 Americans. Let me try to blow this up here, if I can. Okay, give me just a moment here. See if I can blow it up for you guys. You can see it on the screen a better. See how that is. Okay, so as you can see here, it says it's politically the Daily Mail is right wing. It has endorsed. Let me see. Okay, it said politically the Daily Mail is right wing. It has endorsed the Conservative Party at every UK general election since 1945. Once again, this is a UK organization. Apart from the October 1974 general election, where it endorsed a liberal and conservative coalition. The Daily Mail was first published by Lord Northcliffe in 1896. It started as a broadsheet. So again, people, this is a British company, a British news organization that leans right wing. Now, if you were to check the centered leaning polling organizations, you'll see that every last one of them says that Trump's numbers are down. And it only makes sense. How in the hell are your numbers going to go up when you're tariffing the entire planet and everything here in the United States price-wise is going to go up? I mean, you can't make this shit up when it comes from these right-wing reptilians. It's really pathetic that these people are trying to spin Trump's tariffs as a positive. It's a negative in every sense of the word. And even people on Fox News are saying that this is a terrible idea for Trump to do. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to bring these quick stories to you from these right-wing clowns who try to tell you that Trump's tariffs is going to be a good thing for the economy, when it definitely won't be. Anyway, guys, again, I want to thank you for coming back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. Peace, take care, be safe. And Nordic, good to see you, bro. Thanks for coming in. Check the replay. I think you may find this interesting, but check the replay. So again, everybody, thank you for coming back to the Black Only News and Entertainment Network. Peace, take care, and be safe out there.